And we're working our way up our chakra system, right? And we're coming in with the lens of kind of looking at imbalances or blockages in the chakras. And today we're playing with our third chakra. That's our solar plexus chakra. And this one is really about agency or self-agency, if you will. So it's about your truth, personal power, courageousness, and that, that's like when it's working well. And in general, those qualities are qualities in service to other, right? So disruptions in this chakra would be like totalitarianism, right? Like my power, about power, control over others. That's not personal power. That's different. So these are where they come out of alignment or out of sync. It's a hyper manifestation of this chakra, which is an imbalance, right? So we want to be in balance. So that is an aspect. Thinking about it as kind of a blocked chakra, that could be like a victim mentality, right? No agency, right? Those types of feelings. Boundaries are like a bit in this too. So personal power, or embodiment is about knowing your boundaries and knowing what works for you. And when you don't give space for those, that could be like a block, right? You are allowing people to have power over you. So we could think about it that way as well. Each chakra we'll work through. So we'll work with opening the solar plexus, coming into that space. And so thinking in our practice today, how that feels to you, right? That self-embodiment of power and how that resonates or makes sense with you, agency, courage, those types of thoughts around our practice. Each chakra also has like a seed sound, a bija mantra, and this chakras is Ram with an R. So you can work that in. I'll bring it up again at the end of class, but if you're thinking of working with vibrational energy around the practice, you can, with your exhale, either internally or externally say, right, Ram. All right, so as we come to a seat, a comfortable seat, right, it could be on our mat, could be on a block. You could start in a chair if that feels more comfortable. And that could be with cross legs. You could have a leg more extended. You could have both legs more extended. And especially if it's a knee or a hip thing, I know sometimes it's off center. So that's okay, right? So finding what works for you. And we're going to move a little bit once we get into it. So feeling like you're not so tight in your seat that there's no space to let the body move. So there might be some small adjustments to find that sweet spot. Yeah, and then once we're there, we're just going to allow ourselves to be here for a few breaths. Eyes can soften, hands can release down to the lap. All right, and then using these first breaths of class to come more fully into the body. Right, starting to connect again with our breath in, with our breath out. Giving ourselves a little scan through the body, maybe starting with the top of the head. Right, working our way down, noticing areas that feel maybe spacious. Maybe we're feeling or noticing areas that feel a little tight or tweaky today. Or we might notice places where the breath holds or stops a little bit, right? So we're feeling nothing that has to be fixed, just being curious, right? Being kind with all the sensations that are coming up as we check in with ourselves. At the end of the next exhale, we'll bring the hands together at the center of the chest. Now we're going going to try to stay long through the spine. Okay, we're going to inhale. We're going to stretch the arms up overhead. You can watch the hands come up and exhale. Hands back through center. A few times here. And the next time the hands come back to center, pause here. This next cycle, we're going to inhale. We're going to open the arms up wide to the side. We're going to lift up the chest, right? And then we're going to exhale. We're going to give ourselves a hug. We're going to round into ourselves. Chin can drop to the chest, right? We're going to inhale, wide open again. And then as we come into the hug, we're going to put the opposite arm on top. A few times here. Okay, so there's a rocking through the spine as we move through this breath cycle, breath movement cycle. We're going to give ourselves one more hug, and as we inhale, we're going to come back to sitting tall with the hands on the knees. And we're going to take the left hand over to the right knee, and then we're going to sweep that right arm up. We're going to come a little bit forward with that arm, so there's a little bit of a twist, right? We can keep the elbows bendy. So I'm moving over to the left and a little forward with that right hand. Breathing here now into the right side body actively. Nice. Stay with this through your next exhale. And then the inhale that comes next. We're back to sitting tall with the hands on the knees. We'll take a breath in here. A breath out. And then we're going to take the right hand over to the left knee, right? So we start to find a twist. Left arm's going to stretch up, and then we're over to the right and a little bit forward. You might be able to take that chest a little bit more towards the ceiling. Here's our last breath cycle here. Again, we stay through the exhale. And as we inhale, come back to sitting tall with the hands on the knee. We're going to take our left foot up. We're going to bring our left foot to our right hand. So however that looks like, right? And then I want to see if we can interlace our fingers and our toes. Might be just a little bit. And then we're going to just make some circles with that foot. Yep. You can circle in both directions. Yeah, untwine the toes and the fingers and then bring the heel of the hand to the ball of the foot and then just manually flex that foot back and forth. And then releasing that left leg. We're going to reach for the right foot. Right, same thing. So the leg shaping is what feels right for you. And then we're going to interlace left fingertips through the right toes. Right, and then you're going to circle out that ankle. And we'll circle out the other way. And then releasing the hold, we're bringing the heel of the hand into the ball of the foot, and then we're going to manually flex that foot back and forth. Yeah, letting the foot go. Come again to a comfortable seat. Might be different this time. Let's have palms back together, and then we're going to circle the hands with long fingers. And then we're going to circle in the opposite direction. And then bring the palms back together. Let's gently draw back each finger and thumb. And after you move through all the fingers, you can give your hands a little shake up. Yeah, and then we're going to make our way up to standing. You can try to come up, right, without using hands. See what happens. Right, and then as we come up, we're going to move, if we have a blanket on the mat, we're going to move that off to the side. Yeah, and then we're going to stand in mountain pose at the back of our mat. Yeah, as we come into mountain, we can let the eyes soften. Feeling today like with each inhale, there's a little lift of the sternum into the thumbs. Yeah, shoulders are relaxed from the ears. All right, we're going to be moving into our Warrior One pose today from the back of the mat. We're going to be stepping forward and back a few times. So this is a lot about kind of strength. It's going to be a little bit more heat generating. So see how you feel. So to do that, we're going to turn our right toes out to the right. We're going to have the left toes facing forward. Right, and as we inhale, we're going to step forward with that left foot. We're going to come into Warrior One, right, and then we're going to exhale. We're going to step back to that kind of turned out foot mountain pose. Yep, so a few times like that. Right, so you know we have to step back, right? So you might be stepping less forward. Right, we're figuring it out for us. Yeah, a few times. All right. The next time that we step forward, we're going to pause here. Fingertips up. Fullest expression of our Warrior One. Chest can lift more towards the ceiling. We're here for 3. Breathing in. Breathing out 1. Breathing in. Breathing out 2. Breathing in. Breathing out 3. We're going to fill up one more time here with breath, and then the exhale, we're going to try to take that foot back again. And as the foot steps back, bring the feet into parallel. We're standing again in mountain. There's a lifting of the chest into the thumbs. From here, see if we can take the hands together behind the back. We can interlace the fingers. Maybe they stay at the lower back. You might extend the arms a little longer. We're going to lift the chest and the chin towards the ceiling. Yeah, one more breath here. And at the end of the exhale, we'll come back to our mountain. Palms at the center of the chest. We're going to move through that sequence on the second side. So now we're going to turn the left toes out to the left. Right toes are going to still be facing forward. And it's that same flow. We're going to step forward and find Warrior One. That's an inhale. And then the exhale, we're going to bring the feet back together. Yep. So there we go. All right. This side might feel different, right? So seeing what's working for you. All right. The next time that we step forward into our Warrior One, this is one where we're going to stand for 3 breaths. So we're filling it up as big as we can, maybe more of a lift of the chest. Yeah, here for 3, breathing in, breathing out 1, breathing in, breathing out 2, breathing in, breathing out 3. Fill up one more time here with breath. And then use your exhale. to bring the feet back together. And as the feet come back together, we're going to find ourselves in mountain again with the feet parallel, right? A little lift to the chest. We're going to see if we can circle the hands together behind the back again. See if you can interlace with the opposite thumb on top. And same thing, there's a little lift of the chest and the chin. There might be a lengthening of the arms. A few breaths here. Yeah, last breath cycle. And stay through the exhale. And the inhale comes. We'll come back to mountain. We're going to add in here a little strengthening capsule with our band. So go ahead and reach for your stretchy band. Right, and it needs to be long. And then we're going to bring it behind the back. So it's going to be a long piece behind the back. Remember, you can always wrap it around the hands to create a little more resistance if you like. Right, and then once we have this, we're going to stay with the arms long. We still have our mountain feet, right? So feet are in parallel, right? And we're going to clap the hands together with long arms 10 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Arms open up wide. Strap moves to the front of the body. Right, and then we're gonna still work with it. So it's probably the right length, maybe a little bit more of a loop. So see if you want it a little tighter, right? So we're gonna move across the body. So once you have the right level of resistance, we're gonna start with the fists together, and then we open up the arms wide again. Here we go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, fists come back together. It's still about arm extension, so probably the length of this band is still okay. We're gonna have right elbow up, left elbow down. Knuckles are in towards each other. Both arms are gonna move away from center. Again, here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 as if knuckles come back together. Switching elbows. So now we have left elbow up, right elbow down. Here we go again. We got 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Bring the knuckles back together. We're going to do this on the back side. As we do it on the back side, only our top arm will be active, right? So I can kind of bring the strap behind again. I'm going to bring my left hand, right, to the lower back, right, and my right arm is behind my head. So I'm working with my right arm here. Okay, here we go. We're going to go again. 10 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch it up. Whoop. Anchoring through the right arm, left elbows up. And then again, we got 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Go ahead and let your band go. Just leave that off on the side. And as we come back to standing in mountain, leave the arms loose. We'll give a little lean over to the left and a shake out. And we'll come back to center, do the same thing on the right side. Give it a little shake out. And coming back to center, we're going to bring the hands together at the center of the chest. I want us to draw in and up with the belly. All right. So we have the feet here in mountain. So the ankles are closer to being under the hips. We're going to move through our chair sequencing. If it feels tight, like in the knees or the hips, like that type of tightness in the shape, just simply step just a little bit wider. All right, as we inhale, belly stays engaged. We're going to inhale, hips back, knees bent, arms are going to stretch forward. And then as we exhale, we're going to press the hips forward and the arms move back, right? So here we go. All right, as big as you want it to be, right? Moving at your pace. Try to keep the toes or feet fully on the floor, mat. Yeah, a few more times in flow. All right. Next time the hips drop back, we're going to hold here. 3 strong breaths, fullest shape you can. We're going to breathe in 1, breathe out, breathe in 2, breathe out, breathe in 3, and breathe out. Inhale, power all the way up. Nice. Exhale, hands back to the chest. Little pause here in mountain. If we stepped a little wider with the feet, bring them back in towards each other. We still want to have that kind of stitched belly, like belly button in and up, right? So we're feeling lifted and engaged, especially here in the pelvic floor. We're going to have it's a little bit of a balance pose. We're going to have our leg extended forward. So while we're in this shape, I want us to think about keeping the shoulders over the hips and then also keeping the hips level, right? So we're not popping one or the other up. So we're going to try to stay like a square, if you will, with shoulders and hips. All right. We're going to draw that left knee up. We're going to see if we can flex the foot. So we're going to take the foot off the mat. We can lift it up as much as we do. And then there's a lengthening of that foot forward, right? Still have the shoulders over the hips, right? And if there's space, fingertips can stretch up towards the ceiling. Keep the top of the head up as well. Yeah, here for 3. Breathing in, breathing out 1, breathing in, breathing out 2, breathing in, breathing out 3. Sweep the feet together. Hands come back to center. Eyes can be soft here. Take a few breaths to just check back in, feeling into the body, noticing sensations, noticing breath, right? Noticing head space, heart space. Coming back to that engaged abdomen. Yeah, we're going to stand strong on the right leg. So now that left knee pops up. We're going to see if we can flex the foot. You can take the knee up higher. Right, and then there's some extension of that leg forward. Fingertips again can stretch up towards the ceiling. We're here for 3. Breathing in, breathing out 1, breathing in, breathing out 2, breathing in, breathing out 3. Feet sweep back together, hands together again in mountain. Pausing here, breath in, breath out. Let the hands come down by the sides. We're going to take a couple circles with the head. As the chin and chest come together, we'll take the circles in the other direction. And next time chin and chest come together, we'll pause there. We're going to inhale, chin up towards the ceiling. Exhale, chin back to the chest. Yeah, again like that. Last time. We'll exhale the chin to the chest, and from there, we'll bring the nose back to neutral. From neutral, we're going to exhale right ear to right shoulder. We'll inhale center, left ear, left shoulder. Again. Next time, right ear and right shoulder visit. We're going to hold here for a few extra breaths. If you want a little extra, you can bring the right hand over the top of the head. We're going to leave the left arm loose. 3 breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out 1. Breathing in. Breathing out 2. Breathing in. Breathing out 3. Letting the hand go. Head comes back through center. Second side. Left ear's at the left shoulder. Again, if you want a little extra, left hand's over the top of the head for 3. Breathing in. Breathing out 1. Breathing in. Breathing out 2. Breathing in. Breathing out 3. Letting the hand go, head comes back through center. We're going to exhale. We're going to look over our right shoulder. We're going to inhale center. We're going to look over our left. Inhaling center. Exhaling turn. Inhaling center. Exhaling turn. One more time each side. Inhaling back through center. We'll pause with the head in neutral. From here, we're going to inhale and shrug the shoulders up to the ears. We're going to exhale out of the mouth and drop them. Again. One more time. Nice job. We're going to make our way back down onto the mat for some seated stretching. We're going to have some forward stretches and then some opening through the chest from the mat as well. This is where we can use our strap. So coming down to your practice space with your strap. We'll stay on the mat. So if you like anything for your final resting pose, go ahead and bring that over as well. All right, so as we find our way onto our seat, we're gonna start with the right leg extended and that left foot inside that thigh, right? This could be where you use a blanket, right, underneath that left leg to help let that thigh and that hip relax. So this could be where we're using propping. We're going to use the strap and we're going to need it in a circle. So we're going to loop it around the right foot, right? And then we're just going to leave it over the top of the leg. So we're not going to use it as we start the flow of movement, but we'll come to it. So loop it and then leave it long. All right, once we have all that, we're going to inhale the fingertips up towards the ceiling. We're going to exhale towards our toes. We're going to do that again. We're going to inhale up. Right, we're going to exhale towards our toes. One more time here. We're going to inhale up. Right, and as we exhale towards our toes this time, we're going to snuggle into the shape. So this could be where you reach for the strap with both hands. If you want to move more dynamically into the shape, you could be using the strap here to do so. Right, you can let the head be heavy. Right, and we're starting to focus on expanding the exhale, right? So that long exhale is a signal to the body that it's okay to relax, right? So that's what we're cueing ourselves. And then we can stay just like this, or we might find a little twist here. So the twist is going to be taking that left hand. You can hold on to the strap. It might come outside the right leg or the right foot. All right, so I'm finding that twist. And then I can see about dropping that right hand behind the hip. So I can lengthen that right arm behind me. So that's a way I can build the shape. Again, head is still heavy, right? There's still the fold. One more breath. As the inhale comes, come back to center and come back to center with a little bit bigger lift to the chest, right? So hands are going to frame out that right leg. Right here now, I'm going to use the strap in my left hand. So I'm going to just have it in the one hand. Right hand's going to anchor down to the floor. I'm going to find an opening here with the chest. So I'm going to lead with that left elbow. So I start to turn my chest up, okay? Right, it might be more, right? I might have more space, right? I might be able to make it more down the strap or towards the foot, right? So you're building it up like you. Yeah, we're here for 5 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out 1, breathing in, breathing out 2, breathing in, breathing out 3, breathing in, breathing out 4, breathing in, breathing out 5. Let the strap go. We're going to inhale back through center with the top of the head. Yeah, and then from center, we're going to shift the shape to the other side. So we can take the strap off the right foot. We're going to lengthen out through left leg. Toes are up towards the ceiling. Right foot now comes inside that thigh. All right, straps around the left foot. Right, if we like the blanket to support, right, the hip and the thigh, then we might be transitioning it now under the right leg. All right, and then once we have everything, same flow, right, same movement and flow. We're going to inhale, fingertips up towards the ceiling. We're going to exhale towards our toes. Again, inhaling, fingertips up. Exhaling towards our toes. Here we go, one more time, inhaling up. And then as we exhale towards our toes, here's where we're going to snuggle into the shape. That could be with hands relaxed on the legs. You could be reaching for the strap if you want to move more dynamically into the stretch. Head here is heavy. We have 5 breaths. Let the exhale expand. 3 more breaths here. All right, here's our last breath. You can choose to stay with the forward fold, or if you want to add in that low twist, we can do that by bringing the right hand either to the strap itself. It could come outside the left foot or outside the left leg. And then we can deepen this twist by stretching the left arm long behind us. Two more breath cycles here. All right, as the next inhale comes, we're going to center back out with the chest. So hands are going to frame our extended left leg. Left hand's going to stay grounded down on the mat. And the right hand reaches for the strap now. Right, we're going to turn the chest up towards the ceiling. So we're going to lift up on that right elbow and press into the left hand to start to spin the chest up. Okay, we're all going to be in this in our own way. Okay, you could be reaching for that foot more. Your hand can come down the strap more, right? So see what resonates with you. Again for 5, breathing in, breathing out 1, breathing in, breathing out 2, breathing in, breathing out 3, breathing in, breathing out 4, breathing in, breathing out 5. Let go of the strap. Inhale back up at the top of the head. And exhale here. And then from here, unstrap your foot and come onto your backs. We're going to have a reclining twist, right? So we're going to come all the way onto our backs. We can have the soles of the feet on the floor as we come down. You might have a little cushion under your head. Yeah, so we'll have the soles of the feet on the floor, knees are bent. And we can stretch out the hands into a T shape. Yeah, and then we'll bring the knees in towards the belly, and we're going to exhale them over to the left. Right? So we want the legs to connect down, so there might be a little shifting so that that can happen. Right? And then we can turn our nose towards our right shoulder. Yeah, 5 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out 1, breathing in, breathing out 2, breathing in, breathing out 3, breathing in, breathing out 4, breathing in, breathing out 5. Inhale back through center with knees and nose. Exhale, second side. Again, let the legs connect. Nose to the left shoulder. Yeah, for 5. Breathing in. Breathing out 1. Breathing in. Breathing out 2. Breathing in. Breathing out 3. Breathing in. Breathing out 4. Breathing in. Breathing out 5. Inhaling back through center. We're going to keep the thighs in towards the belly. We're going to stretch the feet up towards the ceiling. We can hold on to the behind the thighs, or we could reach for the outside edges of the feet. And then it could be it could be here in stillness. There could be a little movement, rocking side to side. Right, you could be extending one leg and then the other leg. And then easing back through center. We're going to give ourselves a hug. So releasing the legs so we can draw the hands around the shin. Nose can come up to knees. Tight, tight, tight while breathing in. And then exhale. Right, releasing everything long for our final resting pose. If you prefer to prop yourself or use props in your Shavasana, do so. So as we start to make our way into that shape where we can release the body into stillness, we can let our eyes soften and bring our attention into our breath. Now we'll practice our relaxed breath together. Right here could be again where we exhale the word Ram, either externally or to ourselves. Yeah. We'll breathe in. We'll breathe out. And then breathing in for 1, 2, 3. Breathing out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in 1, 2, 3. Breathing out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in 1, 2, 3. Breathing out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continuing the count to yourself into 3 out to 6 at your own pace. Come back into the body with the wiggling of fingers, wiggling of toes, a circling of wrists, of ankles. Yeah, find another stretch with the inhale, letting the limbs grow long. Yeah, and then exhaling, you can soften onto your side, and from your side, make your way back up to a seat. As we find our seat again, we can let our eyes stay soft, bringing a hand to the heart and a hand to the belly. Breathing in through the nose, soft breath out of the mouth. Again, like that. And softening your head to your heart, honoring the light within you, seeing and honoring that same light in each and every one of us. Namaste.